Yeah, I said, what's good? 2J Gang, man. How is everybody doing today, man? Y'all know the name. Y'all know how we bang, man. Go ahead and like and subscribe because y'all already know I got another banger for the squad today, man. Y'all, Forza Horizon 5 is quickly becoming the next most playable game by all of us sim racers, man. And I've been seeing a lot of people saying that they need to know what the proper wheel settings are for this game, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to be one of those people back in Forza Horizon 4. I kind of struggled a little bit with the wheel, but in Forza Horizon 5 it feels like they've definitely fixed the steering a lot more. It makes it a little bit more more realistic feeling. So I'm gonna show you guys today the best Logitech G29 wheel settings. Of course, you can use these wheel settings for Thrustmaster and Fanatec too, and you can also use them for the Logitech G27, the G923, the G920, the G25. You know, all the G's, man. You feel me? So yeah, man, we are gonna get into this real quick. I'm gonna show you guys my G Hub settings, and I'm also gonna show you guys my actual Forza Horizon 5 wheel settings. These settings are actually designed for the wheel to have the most feel and also to be the most reactive. Okay, so as far as with drifting and with gripping, it's gonna be the most reactive to get you back on that grip feeling, and also get you to have that center spring enough just to when you're turning, to kind of bring that wheel back a little bit, so you're not having to do too much steering. You're gonna let the wheel kind of play with itself. But with all that being said, man, let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Now first, we're gonna start with our G Hub settings, because obviously that's our foundation of all of our games. So for my G Hub settings, as you guys can see with the Logitech G29 here, we have 900 operating range, full range. Sensitivity is at 50. Center spring strength, I'm gonna keep this one at 0. I'm gonna show you guys why I keep this at 0. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that at 0, and the centering spring in non-force feedback games, that is definitely unchecked. We got the pedal sensitivity with all those being at 50, and the combined pedals obviously not on. So we have a nice proper foundation for our game. Now let's go over to Forza, right? We're gonna back out here. We're gonna go over to Festival. We're gonna go to our settings. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I map my controls first. Okay, so we're gonna go to controls. We're gonna go change the mapping. We're gonna go over to the wheel. Okay, now the Logitech G29 wheel, how it's set up right now, it's okay, but I made a couple tweaks and I saved it as our custom wheel profile 1. Okay, now as you guys are gonna see, everything is the same as far as acceleration, the brake, and the clutch obviously are those pedals down here. But the only thing that I really changed here was, if you have the external handbrake, you need to go and remap the e-brake and then pull this as soon as you do that, so you can map the handbrake to your actual handbrake. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I'm gonna click on it. It's gonna say press whatever key that you want, right? So we're gonna go ahead and pull that handy dandy handbrake, and that will be our e-brake. Activate, of course we left that as the X button. Rewind is still the same. Basically everything is still status quo. Shift up, shift down for the pedal, or for the paddles if you want them. You don't have to use them. And then of course you're gonna make sure that your first gear, reverse gear, and all that stuff down here is mapped properly. So next we're gonna go up to, oh wait, and also you're gonna make sure too that of course you don't combine the acceleration and the handbrakes, and that you combine the steering, of course, because the steering is on one actual swivel. Okay, now I'm gonna show you guys the actual force feedback settings that are available for now I'm going to show you guys the actual force feedback settings that are associated with my wheels, so you guys can see how this all comes together. Okay, so we're going to go down to advanced controls. We're going to look over here. Okay, I took the vibration off. We don't need vibration on. Do not invert the force feedback, and the mouse free look, you definitely want that on. That it makes it so much better, when you're looking around the car and everything. But with the steering axis, okay, the dead zone, you don't need any dead zone in your steering. Okay, so I put it all the way to 0 for the inside, and all the way to 100 on the outside, so the entire range is being used. The steering linearity, keep it at about 50. About 50 is definitely linear mapping, so wherever you are on the wheel, is where it would show in the graph, okay? Now, also going down to the dead zone for the acceleration, you want to make sure there's no dead zone in your accelerator, of course, right? So we put that all the way down to 0, put this one all the way up to 100, you know what I'm saying? For the deacceleration, which is the brakes, of course, right? I put this all the way down to 0 in the inside, and for the outside, I put it to about 70. So, you know, it's a little bit better because we normally run our brakes anti-lock or anti-brake system off, but if it's on too, it kind of does help it too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead and make that 70 on the outside so you have a little bit of dead zone, right? So the cap will hit at 70%. The clutch, you don't need any dead zone for the clutch, but if you wish to, then, you know, by all means do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But I put mine, of course, 0 on the inside, 100 on the outside. E-brake, same thing with the brake, kind of sort of, but my dead zone on the inside, of course, is at 0. On the outside, it's at 41. Now I do this because I don't want to have to pull my handbrake super hard for the handbrake to lock the wheels up, you know what I'm saying? So I left that cap at about 40. I might rise it up to 50, you know what I'm saying? But I keep it about around, you know what I'm saying, around that area, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure that the handbrake does not have to be pulled too hard, you know what I'm saying? Vibration scale, I brought all that all the way down. Don't need any vibrato in the wheel, you know what I'm saying? Force feedback scale, I boosted that all the way up because it feels a little weak, you know what I'm saying? So we go ahead and boost the force feedback scale all the way up. My centering spring scale, all the way up, okay? In Forza Horizon, I brought it all the way up, so you do not need it on NG Hub, you know what I'm saying? Wheel damper, I kind of put that up too because you want to be able to feel that heavy load switch and everything in the wheel, okay? The mechanical trail scale, left that at the regular, you know what I'm saying, 1. Force feedback and minimum force, we put that up to 1.3, okay? Now I want the wheel to have that load on it once everything starts, okay? So the force feedback minimum force, of course, it's just, you know what I'm saying, it helps build up that force feedback on the lateral load, so I put that up just a little bit. The force feedback load sensitivity, I left this at 1, of course, as y'all can see. The road feel and the off-road feel, now I don't want too much road feel in the wheel because that does kind of mess with it too as you're driving when you have force feedback. So I left that down just a little bit, you know, I might raise that up in the near future, but right now we're going to leave them both at 0.2. The steering sensitivity, of course, leave that at 0.5 in the middle. Do not need to change that at all. And honestly, this setup really does make the wheel have a lot more reactive, okay? It makes it a super hell of a lot more reactive. And we're gonna go ahead and take a quick drive real quick so I can show you guys exactly how that works out. Man, this thing is crazy, but look, y'all, look at the wheel. Super reactive, right? That all-wheel drive in the dirt though. This is a beefy Skyline. Absolute crazy, man. And this build will also be available on my channel really soon. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please let me know, because you guys know I love helping out the sim racers, love helping out my gang, you know what I'm saying? Man, as always, it's your boy 2JZ, man. I'ma see y'all out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'ma see y'all out there, you feel me? Peace.